It's your girl, Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest. And of course, I am back again with yet another video. Now, this one, I mean, I'm sure I say a lot of them are special, but this is extremely special because I'm speaking to a lovely lady that is, you know, from the Caribbean. She actually knows my grandma, guys. So this one is like, I'm going to say it's close to home, okay? So I am with a beautiful woman that sounds like me, but believe it or not, I feel like this is probably the older version of me. She is living her best life. She's left the UK to be in Ghana years before me, years before it became popular, and she is surrounded with nature, plants, trees and sunlight. Oh my goodness, guys, my beautiful guest, introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Miss V. Well, my name's Jay Gale, and I'm pan-Caribbean. My mum was born in Cuba. Ooh. I've got family in Antigua, Montserrat, Grenada apparently, and I'm married to a Jamaican who was supposed to be doing this interview. So I'm really sorry. You're not going to get Jamaican today, just going to get me. I'm from North London, so we're not far from each other. And okay, so I moved here. I kind of come and go. Okay. So I don't say that I'm here permanently.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
So I come and go, but I first came in 1999.
Wow, guys.
Yeah, to avoid being in the West for Y2K. Because everyone said, you know, the year 2000 is coming and, you know, a meteorite's going to strike the world.
Oh my goodness.
Were you born then?
I was definitely born.
I know you're very young.
I was definitely born.
But you don't remember all that Y2K.
But I just knew when it was
drama.
I didn't even know what Y2K stands for.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, guys. But I know that the year 2000 was like millennium and everyone was excited.
That's it. Yeah.
So
you know, there was supposed to be a major catastrophe. So I thought, well, I don't want to be there when that happens. So I thought, let me come here and start something.
Okay.
And then Y2K happened, and nothing happened. None of the drama happened. But then I was here. And yeah, it was a big move, but I did it when I was young.
Okay.
And I think that's the key, you know, to me. If you're going to come to Ghana, either come when you're retired and you're not trying to set something up, you know, you've already got income, you're getting your pension, you're established, or come when you're young enough to see this as an adventure.
I like
because that's what it is.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, an adventure. I like that's a good description. Yeah. An adventure. Okay, so let's say it's probably 23, 24 years ago. 23,
I came
24
when I was
years ago.
7.
Okay. She made the move. Yeah. So out of all the countries, because like you said, there isn't actually Ghanaian in your blood. Oh. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah.
But your husband's Jamaican. Why pick Ghana?
Okay. There is Ghanaian in my blood.
Come on, explain.
I did Ancestry.com.
Oh, wow.
And so when people ask me now, I don't give them the whole Caribbean thing. I say I'm half Ghanaian and I'm half Nigerian. Oh. Because my ancestry kind of reflects that.
Okay.
Yeah. But for me, when I came, it was through a friend, because I planned to go to South Africa at first, and then there was an invitation to go to East Africa. So Ghana was never really on the radar. Yeah. So when somebody said, "Why don't you go to Ghana?" I actually said to them, "Why? You know, what's happening in Ghana?" And you know, so it was a mutual friend of me and my husband's that was doing a school here. So he invited me to come to Ghana to meet his family and, you know, check out the school. He's also from Jamaica.
Nice.
So when I came, and I'm surprised I'm saying this, but when I came, there was no plan to stay.
Yeah.
Ghana was nice. I'd traveled a lot. I've been to other parts of Africa. Spent a year traveling around West Africa when I was in my mid-20s. So Africa wasn't, you know, a big thing to me at that time. But when I came on that trip, I came in 1998 in August.
Wow.
For the first time. And my now husband was kind of showing me around, and he said to me, you know, there's different places you must visit. One of them is Cape Coast.
Oh.
And I said, okay, what's at Cape Coast? He said, oh, it was the slave castles and da-da-da-da. And I'd been to the Gambia, and I'd been to Gorée Island in the Gambia. So I think I said to him, oh, I've done that already. But then someone said, oh no, you should go to Cape Coast. So we went to Cape Coast just on a random weekend. You know, we didn't know if there was anything planned. And it was that experience that made me come back. So what happened was we took a bus from Accra. It was a beautiful day. You know, I was young and pretty, and he was younger and handsome, and beautiful day. Nothing, no issues. Nothing was wrong. Get to Cape Coast, and the bus stopped, and I stepped off the bus, and I put my feet on the ground, and something happened.
What?
Yes, and yeah, I'm quite a reserved person. I hope you decide, you know, to edit some of it out. But anyway, I put my foot on the ground, and I was, I don't want to say possessed, but I was overcome.
Wow.
By a very powerful emotion, and I wasn't sure what was happening.
Getting goosebumps listening to this story. I don't even know what happened.
The energies, the spirits were angry.
Oh.
And I felt that they knew me. One, I felt that they knew me. Two, they were angry. And three, I didn't know what they were angry about. But I was afraid to not come back and find out. So when people ask me, why are you in Ghana? Then I would say, because, you know, the ancestors here know me.
Wow.
And there's something they want done. And
so you're here to do something for your ancestors.
Even today, I don't know if it's me they want to do it, or if they, you know, they were just telling me that they're angry about something and something has happened. But I could feel that, the connection very strongly, and it was a message to me that I couldn't just come here for a holiday and go back and forget about it.
You need to make this place home.
I need to do something. Yeah.
Wow. That, I'm telling you guys, I didn't even expect. I wasn't expecting that in the slightest. A random trip, not planned, not thought of or whatever, just came for a quick holiday, went on a normal random trip, and literally left with, nope, my ancestors need me and I'm staying here. Wow, that's amazing. That is, I have never heard that type of story before. So this is actually amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah. So it's been, after that wonderful experience, well, can I call it wonderful?
Well, that experience.
After that experience, you've made this place home, even though you go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Now, when you decided to come here, would you say, what have been some of the challenges that you've kind of experienced?
How long is the interview again? It should be the A to Z of challenges.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't have all of the A to Z, but everything.
Whoa.
You know, when we first came here, there was nothing.
Exactly. So talk about...
There were no roads to get to here. There was no road to get to here. There was no electricity. There's still no water. So we have our own borehole.
Wow.
There was no telephone coverage. So when I first came to ring my family, I had to drive, you know, to the nearest place to here was not Tessano, it was Tantra Hill.
Wow.
So we had to drive to Tantra Hill, go to the P&T office there, queue up for a phone card.
No way.
And then queue up to use the phone. And then when it was your turn, you know, you type in the numbers. Sometimes it would take a few times to go, and then you could talk for maybe 3 minutes.
3?
Or something like that. Very, very quick talk. How are you? Is everything okay? Oh, how did that happen? Is he feeling better? Oh, yes, everything's fine here. Yes, I'm eating. Everything's okay. Oh, I can't hear you.
Phone done.
Finished.
Wow.
So communication was challenging. And then there wasn't much to do. You know, now people come and it's like another world. You've got your Afrochella, your Afrodis, and your Afrodad. You have cinema, you have the DSTV and all this. So there's none of that.
So there's been a lot of changes then.
It's another
And you've
world.
just been seeing them like the whole time since you've been coming.
Yes, basically. Roads, shopping malls. I remember when a friend of mine came to visit, and that's when they opened the shopping mall in Achimota.
Achimota Mall.
That was, when was that? That was around 2015.
Yeah.
Or could have been a bit later. But we've seen everything.
Oh my goodness.
When we first came, the Nsawam Achimota road was one lane.
Oh my God.
So I used to work in Accra.
Yeah.
So I came and I left my job in the UK, as I said, to prepare for Y2K. And I got another job here quite quickly.
How was it working here then compared to working in the UK?
There's
Wow.
It's like, I don't know what to it wasn't the same. So it wasn't
She's
the
being
same.
so polite.
It wasn't the same. Yeah, the salary, what I was earning was just enough for me to take a chocho from the junction to Accra, buy the subsidized lunch that was there, and then take the chocho and get back. There was nothing left. Kwata was finished.
Hey!
So all my work colleagues, they had to do, different things. Everybody had a side
Everyone has a side hustle.
Side hustle.
We
We're
talked
supposed to
about
be
that,
there
yeah.
in the office. I was the only one there in the office because I didn't. In fact, it wasn't until the first month was finished that I fully understood what the salary was. Because when they showed it to me, I thought it was per month.
Oh,
And it was for the year. But
Huh?
I didn't understand that. Yeah. And people kept saying to me, why are you working there? And I just thought, well, it's similar to what I do in the UK. And, by all means, it will be a similar experience. And I didn't get the salary. But I enjoyed it because it was similar to what I was doing before. And it was quite a responsible role.
okay.
And I had a wonderful boss
Okay.
who treated me very fairly and with respect. And I feel that I added value, to the
that
nation. Yeah, I did
Okay.
what do they call that thing that you do?
National
after-
service.
National service.
Wow, you even did that as well.
That's how I see it.
Crazy.
That is my national service.
Okay, so you did the working, but then since you were away from home and away from family, how was it like finding friends and making friends and getting another community of people who were kind of just like you from the Caribbean? Was it easy? Was it non-existent?
Okay. It depends on the area that you live, to be fair. This area is changing. He's here. This area is changing. As I said, when we first came here, there was nothing. When I say nothing, there was nothing. We put up a one room, and because there were no trees here, there were no houses, no trees, nothing. You could see us from the junction. So if you
Wow.
you could see us from Kwabenya.
No way.
When you're driving down the Kwabenya road, coming past ACP, you'd look up on this hill and you'd see us. That's how nothing.
There was nothing here.
Nothing. Well, there was one or two houses, but it's not like this.
So how long have you been in this area?
We've been here since 1999.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
guys.
so we've been doing this project since then. And because there was nothing much to do, there was no television. There was one show that we used to watch that was Ghanaian. It was about a Ghanaian family. You probably know, I can't remember the name, it was about a Ghanaian family. And the woman had lived in the UK. So I kind of related to her.
Yeah.
Her accent. It was very, very good, very well acted. The actress was something Brew.
I don't know. I
and it's
haven't
all
watched it.
before your time.
Okay.
But, so there wasn't much to do. So the only thing to do was work.
Nice. So you
So
weren't.
that's what we
How
do.
did you make friends?
Okay, it's not easy. It's not easy. I'll be honest with you and be honest with everybody. It's not easy. The culture is different. It's very different. So, it took me a while to realize when I should speak.
Ooh.
Because in some circles, as a woman, I don't know if you've noticed that as well, the men will talk
Yep.
and the women, they don't say anything. But for me, coming from the UK, and I've traveled different places all over America, I've been as far as been to Israel, Egypt, done all of that, and then you come here. And I'm quite an outgoing person, and if there's a conversation and I have something to say, then by all means I'm going to chip in and say, "Oh dear,
Told you, older version of me.
oh dear." Yes, I've been embarrassed. There was one occasion when, there was a conversation. I kept trying to make this very important point, and the men they just carried on talking over my voice.
Oh.
And then then my husband said what I had said.
Yeah.
And then they responded to him. And then I realized, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be speaking, you know. So it takes a bit to adjust. It takes a bit to adjust. And I learned to swim properly here. And one of the swimming lessons, I jumped in at the deep end with a shout. I used to shout before jumping in, and then I swam the length, and then I swam back. And then my swimming instructor said to me, "Oh, you know, why don't our women also, you know, learn like you? Why don't?" And I turned to him and I said, "Because you have to ask yourself, do you want them to? Do you want them to be outspoken and be doing all these things, you know?"
That's interesting.
And then he laughed and went away. You know, he's younger than me. But so making friends within the community is challenging.
Yeah.
So, and we're not living still yet in the kind of area where there's lots of other people who are like, you know, who have traveled and so on. Although living in those areas has a downside as well, because, you know, you're living in the center of Accra, and most of those areas are living right under the flight path of the plane. So, you know,
you're just gonna hear all that noise,
and it's unhealthy. You know, in London, you wouldn't live
under Heathrow.
You know, but most of the so-called nice areas, that's where they are. They're all under, you know, they're not in an area
under the airport, basically.
Yeah. So we decided we didn't want to live in those sort of communities. And when you're living in an area like this, you're the only outsider. Yeah. You know, let's say.
But that's nice. So you get to literally wake up. I mean, this is a dream. You get to wake up in your beautiful gardens, guys. We are in, I hope I'm saying it right, Legacy Gardens, okay, where it's not obviously because you don't know, but it is an apartment. It's an apartment, but you get to wake up in a beautiful garden. It's like your Garden of Eden.
Thank you.
It is really beautiful. It must be more relaxing because I'm guessing in your house in the UK, you didn't have this much space. Or even if you did, it weren't tropical plants like this.
No, not tropical plants. It was spacious, but not tropical plants.
Not tropical plants. Yeah. So now talk to us a little bit about Legacy Apartments. So you had your house here first. And then I'm guessing the apartment started building over time. So how long did it take you to build all of this?
Very good point. No, we didn't have the house first.
Oh, wow.
Because, that's what a lot of people do. When they come with a lot of money, and, you know, sometimes they rent property in a nice area, and then they'll buy a car, and then they'll get lots of clothes made, and then they'll eat out, and they'll try and live. I think for some people, they're probably living better than how they live where they came from, you know. And then before they know it, the money's finished, you know, so they don't get to do anything. So having seen that with other people, we decided to build the business first and just live in a very small accommodation. Yeah. So the motivation for Legacy Gardens was to provide comfortable accommodation for people who want to come over from the diaspora or from wherever for a short to medium stay.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the idea, because it was difficult when I first came. It was difficult finding self-contained accommodation that was green. In fact, I think there's still not many places that have. Most people think we're crazy because they would build on all of this, you know, and we have more. There's more space at the back.
Wow.
But we didn't come all the way from the west to be, you know, living in a concrete jungle. Yeah, that wasn't the idea.
So how many rooms do you have here at Legacy?
Okay, so we have 2-bedroom apartments. We have half a dozen of those.
Okay.
And then we have studio apartments.
Nice.
We have a few of those as well.
And what kind of clientele usually come here?
People who like greenery.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
people who like nature.
Yes.
People who like plants. I guess it's not that hard to really get to now, especially with the roads being done better now.
Yeah. It's about, if I'm driving, it's about 35 minutes to the airport. If my husband's driving,
without traffic,
20 minutes.
Okay.
With a police car.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, now there's yes, it's very accessible.
Yeah.
And we're virtually just off the main road. We're just off the Pokwasi interchange.
Yeah.
Which is, if you were going to run to the interchange from here, it would be, maybe 20 seconds run?
Yeah, it's literally not far at all.
It's not far
there.
at all, yeah.
So then also, not just now, I mean, like you said, veterans in Ghana. It's not just now you came. You've done apartments, now you've also opened up a restaurant.
Yes, yeah.
So talk to us about the restaurant.
Okay. Well, that was Nana Kwame's idea, and he's here, so you'll get to talk to him. And yeah, in the beginning, the garden wasn't of flowers. You know, I used to plant beans over there.
Oh, wow.
And then we used to have corn growing and callaloo.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Yeah, so we used to eat off the land. We could literally pick, the pepe and the susumba, and we'd eat the dandelion and so on. So with the corn and the vegetables and beans, we could eat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, Nana Kwame, being a Jamaican, would often say, look at that, come in a Zion, and you can drink fresh coconut water. I have to excuse my...
No, it's good. Keep it going. I like it.
So everything with him was inner Zion. Who would think you could have this inner Zion? So when he said, let's do the cafe, I said, what are you going to call the cafe? And he came up with some ideas. I said, why not just call it Cafe Inner Zion?
Yes.
Because that's what you
That's where we are.
That's it. And so it's a vegan cafe, plant-based.
Nice.
Dairy-free. And we try to only eat seasonal food. So we say we're natural, herbal, and seasonal.
I like that.
Yeah, because that's
so
very
in the
important.
season right now, we've got avocados.
Okay, yes.
What else do we have right now in season?
Yes,
what else
whatever's
is
in season.
right now?
There's oranges.
Yes, oranges is in season. Okra's in season.
Sweet potato. Are you a farmer?
No, but I'm trying to be healthy, so
okay. Yes.
I know about the vegetables because I actually, when I go to the market, I found out that that's one tip that I learned living in Ghana. When you're going out doing your normal food shopping, if you want to get things that are going to be cheap and affordable, you get what's in season. I'm a lover of mangoes, but mangoes are flying out now.
Exactly,
they're coming out of season. So you're getting pineapples, but they're the small ones. So
And also from a health point of view, one of the reasons why I became more interested in eating seasonal food was because, for women, I don't know if this is relevant to the video, but for women, especially for black women, we produce a lot of estrogen. We have a high estrogen outlay, how do you put it? And the only way you can get natural progesterone to balance it is by eating food that has been ripened naturally.
Oh, yes.
So the variety of food, I think one of the things I noticed the most when I was coming and going was that, of course, the variety of food in the UK, you can get everything all year round.
All
Go
the
to
time.
Sainsbury's, you've got your bananas, and you mention it.
Yes,
if it's there. And it doesn't matter whether it's seasonal or not. When you're here, as you said, if it's not the season, you don't get it. But you feel so much healthier because you're getting that balance of progesterone and estrogen.
I guess you guys learned something new. That's another reason why you should come to Ghana, because
don't quote me.
There's lots of things in season. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have a little tour around, Legacy. But before we leave, because like I said, we can talk for ages. Guys, she was nervous for no reason. No reason. I told you we're having a conversation. But we've heard about her journey. Now this is a lady that she didn't come just yesterday or 2 years ago or when Ghana was in fashion. She came and there was absolutely nothing, guys, nothing. And she has seen it change from, I don't want to say desert, but you've seen it from grains to garden. So that's amazing. And why would you encourage people to leave the UK or the diaspora to come to see Ghana or even Africa? Or would you even encourage them?
Okay. Yes, I'll be honest.
Please be honest.
I'll be honest. I'll say that it's probably not for everyone. It's not for everyone. If you are not comfortable doing things for yourself, if you need safety, if you're somebody who needs to know what's going to happen next month, if you're someone who needs a regular paycheck, and you're not someone who can kind of go with the flow, and you don't want to change in your lifestyle and your living conditions, then it's not for you. Unless you're coming as a retired person, so you know what your income is going to be and you can afford to live a certain standard.
Yeah.
If you're a young person and you want a sense of freedom and independence, and you have something that you want to do, you have ambition, then it's good for you. It's good for you, because this is a place where if you have drive and ambition, and if you're smart and you know how to interact with people, you can do great things. So if you're someone who wants to do great things and you have the patience, then it's for you.
Oh, keyword.
Yeah.
Patience.
Yes. Oh, yes. If you, a very dear friend of ours who passed away shortly after I came.
Oh no.
She said to me, you know, because I'm very organized, a bit like you know, very
told you,
have my
version
lists
of me.
and so on. Yes. And she said to me one day, you know, you're not going to survive here 1 minute with those lists. You better just put those lists away, because Ghana isn't like that.
Yes.
You know, you have to be flexible.
You go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
You can't be frustrated.
That's it. Yeah. Don't let anything frustrate you. But if you're someone who can't handle that, if you think, and yes, then don't come. And also, if you're running away from things, people run away. I don't know if there's something happening for them over there, or there's something about them that they think, oh, if I go to Ghana, then it will be different. If you're running away, Ghana isn't the place to run to.
Oh
no!
Running away?
Don't
you mean
do
running
that.
away from your problems, or
Run if you're running away from something there, whether it's your problems, somebody else's problems, if it's something about your personality, you know, if there's something that you think coming here will help you escape from, it's not the place, because it will. There's so many challenges here. You know, you have to be quite resilient.
Yes.
To handle it. Yeah. Mentally, emotionally, and you have to know how to handle your hard currency.
Yes, learn how
You
to
have to
manage
know-
your
yes,
money.
You have to know that. So
Wow.
it's for certain people, you know. It's for
Certain people, but not for everybody. I like that.
But if you want to visit,
Come.
then definitely come. And I think everyone from the Caribbean, anyone who sees themselves as a diasporan, they have to come, you know, to where the ancestors are, because when our parents pass away, they come here. This is where they come to, you know. And so when you come, even if it's only for a short period, then they're happy.
Yeah.
And your soul will also feel at peace
I like
to know
that.
that you've come here.
Ooh,
So you should see it, you can see it as a pilgrimage.
I like that. Come back to Ghana so that your soul can be at peace. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Guys, this has been a beautiful, wonderful conversation at Legacy Garden Apartments. Of course, you guys have already seen from the video different outtakes of this place. We're about to enjoy a drink from Inner Zion. And I shall see you in the next episode, guys. Mwah! So guys, I've got my beautiful smoothie from Cafe Inner Zion, and this is the wonderful gentleman that the idea came from. Please introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Nana Kwame. And this little venture, Cafe Inner Zion, is a venture of mine. In the first advent, I used to do this in a place in England called Great Yarmouth.
Wow.
I had a restaurant in a Great Yarmouth called Freaks, because there was no restaurant, vegetarian restaurant anywhere in that side of England. So they used to go on a holiday called Keister Holiday Weekend once a year.
I know that, yes.
As they have some camping sites. So one year I go down there and said, what? I carry small food for myself and they sell off. I never planned to sell it, so I decided, say, okay, I would open my restaurant down there.
And then you came to Ghana. How long have you been in Ghana?
Well, I come to Ghana the ending of 1989.
Wow, 1989.
Ending, yeah.
And that's when you decided to come here and
Well, I come for 3 weeks. And then when I come, I realize, no, but you there, heaven, you know, somewhere else. Where else? There's nowhere else to go again. You know,
Oh, so you came to heaven and you decided this is it for you.
This is it for me.
Now you opened cafe in a Zion, is doing amazing.
Well, we are trying our best, you know. And, you know, we have a chef now who come on board, Madam Abena. Yes, and she's...
And what else? You also have clothes that you make here as well?
Yeah, we do some simple African design, you know, using African print as well. My brother Jingo, him take care of that, you know.
So we're doing a lot of amazing things here in Ghana.
Yes.
Will you ever move back?
Once you reach heaven, there's no place else to go. The destination is over.
I love that. Once you reach heaven, there's nowhere else to go. Well, we're gonna continue drinking this drink.
All right, enjoy yourself.
I'm enjoying myself in a Zion.
All right.
And we shall see you guys next time.
All right then.